the nanotechnology. So on a microscopic level, for some time now, we've been able to create synthetic, we call it life. It's it's more computer, it's more artificial intelligence, it has all these abilities. And it doesn't seem like we could possibly do it, but we can. So this is almost like it's a synthetic structure that can act like a miniature robot, and we can do this. And what's happened is that our knowledge and technology has gone light years, and we, the common people, have not been told about this. And so now we're really seeing what we can do with these new vaccines, these injections, although they're not being forthright and honest with everybody about exactly what's in it.
This is a laboratory in Krasnoyarsk. Here, robot technicians create microscopic robots which will be able to live in our bodies and treat diseases. There are millions of them on this plate. Are you ready to see them? Here is what a nanodisc looks like. It's so tiny that 50,000 of these put in a row are still thinner than a human hair. Each disc consists of gold and nickel layers and contains a biologically active molecule. Today, this white rat is our patient. Our rat is put into a device with a magnetic field, which helps to operate nanodiscs. The magnetic field to operate nanodiscs.
Because there's nothing bigger than connecting our minds to the internet. There are new technologies, and a lot of them are being developed by startups and the military that are going to allow us to much more accurately measure and actually communicate with your brain. Now, the nice thing about this technology is it's non-invasive, meaning they don't have to crack open your skull and put a chip inside.
The true way that this technology works is that a complete DNA profile is obtained from the target, from the individual, the targeted individual. And then this information, the DNA of the individual, is used to determine the resonant frequency of the DNA itself. The resonant frequency is then used to fine-tune the technology, the radio frequency signals, the microwave auditory effect, and all of the other aspects of the technology to tune it perfectly to the resonant frequency of the targeted individual's DNA. And they can read your thoughts verbatim as they occur within your own mind.
We can generate an electronic signal that's characteristic for the DNA. This can read DNA from solution, and your blood is a solution, it's a liquid. We can decode it into a form that can be read by a computer. And in a way, you can think about DNA as digital information moving through a tube. Now, if we can tap into that tube, like a network, and we can read that information, we can intercept what's happening in people, you can make them an extension of the internet. And you know, I have a thermostat at home that's on my iPad. I can warm the house up before I get home. People call that the Internet of Things. We call this the Internet of Living Things.
Technology called biocoded directed energy. And that's a top secret thing that was developed. And what it is they get your DNA. Once they have your DNA, they take the DNA and they put your DNA code in a supercomputer. And in that supercomputer, they run algorithms that biocode electromagnetic transmissions so they bioresonate with your body. Once they've done that, they can transmit that from satellites or cell towers or aircraft or any number of ways. And that signal will only affect you and nobody else. In other words, everybody standing next to you is not going to hear the content because their receiver is not tuned to that bioresonance.
There's a bioresonance to every individual, just like our fingerprint. Every person has an individual DNA, a different bioresonance. And so the original Stockland patent is on my website, where Stockland was able to go voice to skull with pulse transmissions in 92. And then after the rest of the development went black ops. We don't really know what happened after that. We knew we could put voices in group people's heads, that they figured out how to biocode these microwaves so that it can attack specific individuals.
They basically analyze your DNA, and they then use supercomputers to encode the signal.
And you basically convert DNA information into ionic information into computer information.